Our show focuses on home ownership, community, lifestyles, and success stories from across the country. We like to entertain and inform our audience by sharing cool stories from your city and across the nation. And of course, hear from a local pro from your market. Welcome to the last episode of the year. Today, we're going to check out some of the highlights of 2019 from coast to coast. I'm your host, Jem Morris, and welcome to the American Dream.
We do it in the spirit of going against the grain of the negative media, giving inspiring information, and having people walk away from our show with something of value.
You're seeing a disruption in both the real estate and the mortgage space.
A lot of people are just not willing to put in the work.
What video does is that it demands an emotional response.
You know what I love about the show? It's totally unscripted.
Our first story is brought to you by a professional in your city. Let's hear what they have to share this week.
Hey, it's Christian Nossum with the Nossum Group, and I am joined today by
Sarah Kay David, Charlotte Reynolds.
And today, much like most days, we want to educate you. And much like the holidays where you have to have masterful planning in order for it to all go smoothly, the home buying process does too. That's why today, we are going to teach you how to slay the home buying process. When you're starting to learn about the home buying process, you need to get your stockings in a row. You don't want to be that guy on Christmas Eve at midnight at the mall. Santa doesn't shop for gifts that he can't afford. And just like that, I don't want you to start shopping for homes that you can't afford. Before you start looking at houses, you should definitely get your budget in check. Instead of spending money on an expensive gift like jewelry, maybe instead you should use that money for a down payment. Keep in mind that 68% of home buyers in the Seattle area have a 5% or less down payment. Speaking of gifts, did you know that you can use gift funds as a down payment? Maybe you should ask your family, like grandma or something, to give you some gift funds this year. All right, so now you're gonna wanna make a list, maybe check it twice, figure out all the criteria that you want in a home, your neighborhood, beds, baths, all that stuff. Do that, then we can actually start looking for houses. Santa doesn't get to do a dry run of his commute, but you can. Here's a helpful tip. When you're trying to narrow down which neighborhood you want to buy in, rent an Airbnb and commute to and from work from that neighborhood. Maybe it's cold outside in the winter, we get it, but sometimes in the winter you can actually get a deal. There's a lot less competition out there, a lot of people traveling, and it can be a good time for you to find a good house. You'll want to choose a good team of elves to help you through the process. Not all elves or real estate agents are created equal. Make sure your real estate agent isn't on the naughty list. Reputation within the real estate industry means a lot. It can actually be the difference between you getting your offer accepted or not. Now that you found a gingerbread house that you like, it's time to make an offer. Santa likes to get thoughtful, handwritten letters, just like home sellers. Don't give a home seller fruitcake. Ask your real estate agent to find out what the sellers really want. It could be as simple as buying their furniture or giving them a rent back for a couple weeks. Once you get your offer accepted, it's time for the big guy to come down the chimney. And by big guy, I actually mean home inspector. A home inspector is going to check for things like pests or reindeer poop or anything else that might be a major red flag. He'll educate you and let you know if you have double pane windows so you can have a silent night. And remember, you should definitely be present for your inspection. No, not that kind of present. Now, being in Seattle, we do love our Christmas trees, but not when they're encroaching on the sewer line. During your inspection period, we always recommend that you get a sewer scope to make sure that those Christmas tree roots aren't coming into your sewer line. Awesome! Congrats, you bought a house. Instead of buying a bunch of stuff for Christmas this year, you actually saved up your money, made a great investment, and got a house. Congrats! Are you sick of hanging out with your in-laws now that the holidays are happening? If so, you should instead hang out with us. We have homebuyer classes coming up all throughout the year. If you want to find out when they are, just follow us on Instagram at AwesomeNossum. Thanks for watching, and have a great holiday season.
This week, we're sharing a recap of some of our favorite moments of 2019. But first, we hear from one more professional from your neighborhood. Let's check it out.
So
we're going to catch a sunset in 2 different places in Kirkland today. The cool thing about Kirkland is actually 25% of the waterfront is public parks. I don't know where else you find that in the country. We are number 5 in the nation for one of the top school districts in the state. We're actually one of the top 5 places to live in the nation, in the entire nation, and I guess you can figure out why, because it's the most beautiful place to live. So we're just strolling along the waterfront. There's yachts. We've seen several seaplanes land. It's just so vibrant and fabulous, and people just really enjoy the lifestyle that, you know, is so hard to find. So right now we're at the end of a dock at one of Kirkland's super popular public parks, and one of the things I love about it is you have this charming lakeside town that feels like you're on vacation every single day. I mean, what is not to love about it? Super, super hard to find, and everyone wants this lifestyle where at your fingertips you have the best gourmet grocery stores, you have all of the major tech companies, you have, you know, wineries and bars and restaurants that are all gourmet. You can go to anything you want within 5 minutes. And you're still close to everything. You're close to Bellevue, Seattle. As you can see, Seattle is right behind us. So I've got to take you to this property that's just like 2 blocks up the road, and I think that just totally exemplifies what Kirkland living is all about. Welcome to Kirkland's finest home on the market, super close to downtown. This is one of my favorite neighborhoods in Kirkland. It's called East of Market. And the cool thing about this home is you're only about 3 blocks maximum from the core of everything in downtown Kirkland. You have this effortless great room lifestyle, which everyone's looking for, and you have this great indoor, outdoor dining if you choose to be at home, or you could be hanging out with friends in downtown. But if you're here, there's 3 amazing decks here to entertain. You can see that you're literally in the core of it all. You see some of the commercial brick buildings. I mean, who wouldn't want to be in this kitchen? This is pretty sweet. But one of my favorite features of this property is this incredible rooftop deck. And when you get up there, I think you'll see why. I mean, this is just one of the best rooftop views that Kirkland has to offer. So Kirkland is one of my favorite cities on the West Coast for a reason. I mean, it has it all. My office is in Kirkland. I work and play in Kirkland. It's just one of the most amazing places to be every single day. Well, I'm heading back downtown. That's a wrap for this week's episode, and we'll see you on the next episode of American Dream.
This week, we're sharing a recap of some of our favorite moments of 2019. But first, we hear from one more professional from your neighborhood. Let's check it out.
Hi, I'm Franz with Windermere Real Estate. It's an exciting day for me. For years now, to show my appreciation to my clients of 30 years, I host an annual movie appreciation night. It's a place for me to say hello and thank you to my hundreds of clients and showcase one of our latest release movies. Tonight we're going to show Ford versus Ferrari, starring Matt Damon and Christian Bale. There's no better place to host the event than the Bellevue Collection. It's a place to come together, a place where community is created. Kemper Freeman's family had a vision in 1946. They opened on 10 acres, a collection of 16 stores. That has morphed into a masterful portfolio of 6 million square feet. It's a mixed-use space that has hotels, shopping, office towers, bowling alley, movie theaters, and world-renowned restaurants. It truly is now the hub of Bellevue, if not the Pacific Northwest. The center is currently getting ready for its annual Snowflake Lane. It's a holiday show that attracts almost 400,000 people over a 30-day period. It's a nightly show that has music, 280 live performers, floats, and even magical snow showers. It's a fun thing to do every year. Another annual event that takes place in the summer is the Bellevue Arts Museum Arts Fair. Attracting over 300 nationally acclaimed artists, it's been a mainstay in Bellevue since 1947. In 2005, the Bellevue Arts Museum found this permanent home right in the middle of the Bellevue collection. It's a 3-story building with 36,000 square feet of gallery space. It's an architectural masterpiece that was created and designed by internationally acclaimed architect Stephen Hull. Wow, what a great movie that was. It is just a pleasure to see all of my clients gathered together. Well, they weren't all there, but there was a great number of them there, gathered together in one spot. We're sending each of them home with these homemade brownies that I whipped together yesterday, and we can't wait to our movie next year. Thanks for tuning in, and I look forward to seeing you on the next episode.
I hope you learned something interesting about your city and enjoyed the local content. Up next, we're going to revisit some of this year's best moments from the West Coast, which some say might be the best coast.
Hello, I'm Alan Canis, and I'm one of the top real estate agents in the United States. I serve a niche market called the San Francisco Peninsula. Located just 20 minutes south of San Francisco, 20 minutes north of Silicon Valley, and just 5 minutes from the San Francisco International Airport. All, of course, with no traffic. We find Burlingame, California. When working with my clients, attention to the smallest details is so important, even down to a pocket square. Speaking of a pocket square, it's time to meet my favorite family couture store, Sam Maloof. Come on in. Hey Sam, great to see you.
Nice to see you. Welcome.
I need a pocket square.
Oh, great. Stand right over here, and I will bring you the pocket square.
Great.
Trying to match your coat and tie today?
Yes.
Oh, wonderful. Yeah. I got a beautiful one right here. Show this to you. This is from Keaton, all silk.
Ooh.
Beautiful browns and blues. I'll help you do that.
Oh, let's see.
Here.
Oh, that one's nice.
Is that pretty?
Yeah, that one's nice. Let's see.
Take a look at
yeah,
there.
let's see. Okay.
That's pretty. Then here's another beautiful one.
Let's see.
Let me show you this. And if you like this, similar colors.
I like that. Okay.
But I think I like that first one better. I think
I like that one.
Works better.
That one's better. Okay.
All right.
But
How's
perfect. Sold.
beautiful, wonderful.
I like this. I know your first secret to your success is your beautiful wife, Gloria.
Thank you.
What do you consider your main secret to your success?
I think foremost is product, having the absolute best product there is. We shop all over Europe, bringing our clients, from all the wonderful countries that make handmade products. Number two is being able to execute flawlessly. It's so important. Our customers are very detail oriented, so to the 1/8 of an inch makes a big difference in how something looks. Our customer service, which is also exceptional. We bend over backwards to take care of our clients. And number four is having a great team. You need a lot of great support, and we have great staff.
Thank you, Sam. I really appreciate, and I know our community appreciates you being here. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Do it without you.
Greetings, my name is Pete Lorimer and I am broker owner of PLG Estates here in glorious Los Angeles. I'm also the host of a show on Netflix called Stay Here. Now, where are you, Pete? Yes, it isn't your typical Los Angeles beach and Santa Monica and Venice. We're actually in an area known as the East Side. Now, it can be a little bit confusing because we are indeed west of downtown, but we're east of Hollywood in an area called Echo Park. Now, Echo Park, this lovely lake that you can see people boating, was founded as a reservoir back in the 1800s. Then it was turned into a recreational area, and then this area has some of Los Angeles' most old vintage homes going as far back as 150 years old. I love the East Side. I have an office here. I have an office in four corners of Los Angeles, but I love, love, love the East Side. And I'm going to take you on a trip to see some of my little cheeky favorite hotspots on the East Side of Los Angeles. So come on, let's go. Welcome to Porto Drive. This is an absolute labor of love for me. I've been involved with this project from the very beginning. This is a classic mid-century home nestled atop the Hollywood Hills. We're in an area known as the Outpost Estates, which is technically part of the Hollywood Hills on the east side. Asking price for this beauty, $2.5 million will buy you this jewel in the hills. And you get a free orchestra with it, because right behind me, literally on the other side of the hill, is the Hollywood Bowl. And if you listen on a chilly LA starry night, you can hear the national anthem being played by LA Philharmonic. So without further ado, I am terribly excited to show you all of the beauty that this property has. So come on, let's have a look around. Now, it is no easy feat to build such a house because we're dealing with a pretty small footprint on a piece of rock with a cliff below you. But I love the mid-century lines of this house. And then come with me this way. This is why people who live in the hills love the hills. It is because of the views. Look at this. You've got downtown behind you. On a clear day, you can see all the way to Long Beach. And people just go nutsy fruitcake for the views. And then check this out. Silence. We're in the middle of LA and you can barely hear a thing. You just see the birds flying by. And what I'm going to do is, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to let you all feel like you live in a $2.5 million house. Just for a moment, I'm going to step out of the way so you can enjoy the view. Michael! Michael! Come and visit me in my boudoir. Isn't this fabulous? If only I was naked with champagne, it would be even more fabulous. Well, I'm sure the viewers would probably be punching out of the channel if that was the case. But this is the ultimate Hollywood bathroom experience. I would sit here sipping on my champagne, watching the helicopters fly by as they film the celebrities at Mann's Chinese Theatre, which is literally right there. Hollywood Bowl and Hollywood Boulevard is right there. And this makes me feel like king for a day. Just gonna imagine.
Hey guys, Alexander Garcia here, bringing you back to the coastal cities of San Diego. I'm standing here in Embarcadero Marina, the walkway along downtown's waterfronts. This place has a bit of history to it, so let me show you. Embarcadero Marina gives some of its visitors some of the best views of downtown, some of the best restaurants to choose from, and the most historic landmarks along the way. But by far, my favorite landmark stands 25 feet tall, the most romantic of them all, the one and only Embracing Peace statue.
Oh, there, Tiger.
You didn't actually think I'd leave Hallie out of this one, did you?
Okay, Alex, I know you think you got the moves, but in all seriousness, what does this statue symbolize?
Right, so the story behind the statue is that it actually depicts a very famous photo back in World War II. So the photo was taken in 1945 as an American sailor embraced a nurse with a kiss in New York City's Times Square to celebrate the ending of World War II.
Oh, that's so romantic.
Right? And the crazy thing is that these two people didn't even know each other. It was just a random kiss. So, I mean, but, you know, in all fairness, I could understand the excitement of the sailor, knowing that the war was finally over.
Yeah.
I don't know, a random stranger kiss, is that a little too much?
I mean, I think we'd have to see for ourselves. Challenge?
You want to go kiss some strangers?
Go!
Let's go kiss some strangers. Just kidding,
No,
just
but
kidding.
seriously, in all seriousness, Alex, what does this kiss and this symbolize to you?
Right. I think the statue symbolizes the love and the freedom that we can now enjoy because of all the sacrifice that these soldiers, specifically the sailors, made for us.
Look at you, Alex. You're deep. I like it.
So there's certainly an interesting amount of irony as to the location of this love statue, as sitting right across these still waters lies one of the fiercest landmarks in San Diego. Weighing in at 45 tons, the length of 3 football fields, and carrying 176 anti-aircraft cannon guns. Allie, you probably already guessed it.
Obviously.
The one and only USS Midway ship. This beauty, or should I say beast of a machine, has so much history here in San Diego. Believe it or not, the USS Midway was the world's largest ship up through 1955. It was finally decommissioned in San Diego in 1992 and now serves as the most visited naval warship museum in the United States today, with over 1 million visitors annually.
Things are looking pretty cool over here on the West Coast, but we still have more to come. Stay tuned as we see some of this year's best moments from the South and Midwest.
Jay and Ashley Nelson, Nashville's secret agents. Guess what our mission is today? Well, I'm wearing my boots for a reason. We're in our hometown, Nashville, Tennessee.
Nash Vegas, Tennessee, guys. This is where I've been selling real estate for 18 years. It's time today to take them down to the honky tonks, Tootsies.
That's right.
Hey, code name Boo Boo. Code name Baby Man, and I got the Boo Boo t-shirt on. They're gonna be selling Hank Williams Jr. t-shirts down there, but they ain't got nothing on this one, baby. Let's go to Nash Vegas, come on.
Let's see it. Home of the Tennessee Titans. Woo!
We're at Printer's Alley, guys. This is Lonnie's Western Room, the best karaoke spot in America, right here on Printer's Alley. But you know what?
It's closed. And quite often, the best karaoke singer ever appears in there.
She's so sweet. Let's go. Let's keep rolling.
Auditorium, home of the Grand Ole Opry.
Guys, this is where all of the legends got their start in country music. Porter Wagner, Dolly Parton. Who doesn't love Dolly Parton?
I do.
Come on, Hank Williams Sr. I'm gonna show you guys something here in a second that's awesome.
A secret entrance, it's so cool, come on. Right here, Jay always tells a story. Anytime we have any guests come to Nashville, he loves telling the story, so tell it, baby.
Here's the deal. This is Tootsie's Orchid Lounge right here. All right, so Tootsie's Orchid Lounge is a dive bar that's right out the back entrance here. This is the secret Hank Williams Sr. entrance. Guys, when Hank needed a drink in between his shows.
Because you could not drink in the Ryman. So he would sneak out right here, go over to Tootsie's, have a drink, and then go back in and finish his show. And Jay actually sang at Tootsie's for 4 years.
I know, I know.
He did.
Let's go in Tootsie's, come on.
Let's do it.
All Alrighty, so this is a song I wrote a long time ago. It's called She Believes in Angels, but really I should have wrote this about myself because my beautiful angel's over there. So this is called She Believes in Angels. In angels, she believes they won't let her down. There you go, baby. You're my angel. I love you.
Good job, baby.
Hey, thanks, guys.
Give me that sunshine, sunshine. Give me them good times. Nothing but good vibes.
The word tamale is a Spanish word that pretty much means made of dough or masa. It has been predated to 7000 BC, where it's in Mesoamerica in pre-Columbian times. They use it just as a dipping bread, and they would dip it into sauce and stew. The Aztecs and the Mayans would wrap it up in corn husks and give it to warriors because it was a really good portable food when people were trying to go around and conquer the world. In El Paso, Texas, there's people that actually make them sweet. In South Texas, they make them big. Gerald Ford tried to eat one without taking the husks off in 1976, but here's the point. Everyone has a different style of tamales. And we're gonna go check out how San Antonio has made tamales their tradition around the holidays.
We're here with Aida. Aida, what is your fondest memory of tamales?
My grandmother, when we were kids, we used to make them during Christmas.
Just hanging around with my grandparents, getting all the masa ready, cooking down all the pork.
I don't remember how old I was, but just like seeing it and not knowing what it was until she opened it up and then you actually taste it.
So one of the seasonings that Panamanians use quite often is saffron. She would cook the saffron liquid with her pork that she filled the tamales with.
And she would show us step by step and let us make the masa and we'd put it on the corn husks and we'd make a mess. But that was the fun of it.
So I would say I was probably had to be around 4 or 5. But yeah, around Christmas time, I'd always look forward to getting tamales from her.
Getting around the family together. It was a family tradition.
So every year you guys get together, you make the meat separate, do the masa separate?
Yeah, we do all the whole process. We extend all the leaves, make all the masa. Wow. Cook down the cabeza. All that good stuff.
I love it. I'm gonna ask you some speed questions. You ready?
Okay.
Here we go. Homemade or store-bought?
Homemade.
Homemade, all the way.
Homemade, absolutely.
No, it had to be homemade.
Yeah,
for
homemade
sure.
no matter
for
what.
Sure, yeah.
Pork or bean?
Pork.
Pork or bean?
Pork.
Pork.
We gotta go with pork.
Holidays only or year-round?
I usually like them holidays only, but I won't turn down year-round.
Holidays or year-round?
Holidays.
Holidays only or year-round?
Oh God, year-round.
Holidays or year-round?
It's usually more the holidays.
Now, last but certainly not least, we head to some of the most famous and historic cities in the United States. Let's revisit some of this year's best moments from the Eastern Seaboard.
I go, where are you, guy? Where are you? Hope he's gonna meet me at this house soon. Let me try to get him again. For all I know, he could be swimming in the ocean.
Glad we could finally meet up.
I brought your car.
I appreciate that. Hey, I'm super excited. Today I'm going to introduce you to my friend Frank McKinney. Frank McKinney is the epitome of the American dream. Here's a guy who started from nothing. He's built $50 million spec homes on the ocean. Today we're going to see his $14.9 million property. Let's go meet him. Frank.
Welcome home.
Thank you, thank you. I want to introduce you to my friend Glenn.
Hi, Glenn.
Frank, pleasure to meet you. How are you? What a place you got here.
Yeah, well, welcome to 3492 South Ocean Boulevard, my final masterpiece. After 30 years, this is number 44, and it's the last one.
That's it?
Wow.
The name of the program, American Dream.
Yep.
No longer 2.2 kids and a dog and a white picket fence.
So Frank, tell us what this is. I see jellyfish, but I've never seen anything like this before.
What I wanted to do was bring the marine life from what you don't see in the ocean inside into the world's only jelly sphere. That is stunning. That's why I didn't put a TV in the room. I don't want a TV on that wall. I want you to sit back and relax. There's too much stress as it is. This will take it away.
Frank, why don't you tell me a little bit about the kitchen?
Like the jelly sphere, this has something you will not find in any other residential setting in the world, that being lava countertops from Auberge, France. You've got this beautiful prep area. If you want to enjoy a little bubbly while you're cooking, you've got a place for your ice. And if she's got to check her lipstick, there's a mirror on the back of the champagne holder.
You have thought of everything. This is just remarkable.
That's one way to ride in style.
Yeah, thanks. How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good.
So I'm Erica from Kensington Vanguard.
And I'm Kate Elliott from the Kate Elliott team at Caldwell Banker. We are here to talk about how I like to work with builders. And we have a lot of homes in this area that are getting restored. And so we actually, as a service to our builders, work with them to help select design choices. So we should go in and take a look. It's half done. So be a little bit careful, but there's some exciting design decisions to be made.
Perfect, let's take a look.
All right. Hey, Dave.
Hey, welcome.
How are you? Good to see you.
How's it going?
Hi, how are you?
Good. Erica, this is Dave Kasdan from Kasdan Construction Management and Kasdan Homes.
Very nice to meet you.
And he is our builder for this property here at 393 Irving in South Orange. Should we start with the bathroom?
Definitely.
Sure, so this is a bathroom?
Well, this was a bathroom, and now it's going to be a bathroom and a laundry room.
Okay, so Dave, tell me, why does it make sense to get Kate involved so early on in a project like this when the bathroom is literally down to the studs?
She really helps me kind of push outside the box on ideas and design, and we really just have a lot of fun with the project.
Dave has really good taste, but the fact of the matter is, you know, as buyers come through and they're seeing more and more of the same thing, we take a little bit of risk. This is how Dave gets the most money for his homes, is because he's pushing the envelope a little bit.
Wow, you guys really like a lot of color and taking a lot of risks with this design.
Where do you see our accent wall?
There's an accent wall?
Yeah, let's go.
Let's look.
This is sort of the focal point of when you walk in the house, right?
Okay.
And so we really wanted to do something fun. So we worked with a muralist.
So this is custom. No other house is going to have this in the United States.
Absolutely right.
Wow, it's beautiful.
Isn't that nice?
That is so cool.
Yeah.
You're right. It hits you as soon as you walk in. I couldn't have imagined a piece of wall art. I love it.
Cool. Guys, I have a really good idea. All right, so you know how we were talking about open concept? I was thinking it might be a great idea to open up this wall from the dining room into the second family room.
Are you cool with this?
Let's go for it.
All right, E, crowbar, ready?
Ready.
Let's break it down.
American Dream. And today we have your super mortgage guy, Justin Bush.
Thank you very much. And your super realtor, Catherine Rain.
And we're in sunny Miami Beach, and we have something very unique for you.
This is the Arca. It's fully sustainable. Not only is it a house, it is also a yacht. Why don't we
check it out?
Let's do this. Wow, check this out.
Wow. Look at this view. It's amazing.
This is huge. This is probably the coolest thing I've seen in a long time.
Yeah.
Look at this deck.
Now we're inside of the Arc Up with Howard Chase and Marius Color. Thank you for being on the show.
Of course.
Thanks for having us, Catherine.
So Marius, tell us about this.
Well, the Arcup's the first livable, luxury, sustainable yacht in the world. So it's independent of electricity and water. So we have sufficient solar panels on the roof to actually drive this yacht, use it for all the hydraulics and for the air conditioning. And we're collecting rainwater on the roof as well, which goes in a 4,000-gallon freshwater tank after it goes through a purified system. So being independent of electricity and water, I think this is something amazing. We're here, we have 4,350 square feet of living space, 2,600 air conditions, 1,750 outside with 4-bedroom, 4.5 bath.
Tell us, how does this compare to the normal real estate in Miami?
Well, of course, as everybody can see, this is different. So this is not a mansion and it's not a yacht. It is the perfect blend of both. So this is Miami's version of Noah's Ark.
Great house at living. So I think this is the American dream and far beyond.
So actually when this was covered, I thought it was a barbecue. Duh. So what is this?
Well, it's not a barbecue. Wow. So the reason why it's actually so stable like a house is because we have here the 4 stops where we lift the entire yacht above water. Otherwise, a bow thrust or you give gas like any other yacht. And also here, you have a navigation system where you can control how much water you actually have in the tanks, and also on energy, how much energy we're actually producing right now. So what the solar is producing, how much goes into the batteries, and how much we're actually using right now for the air conditioner lights or to drive it.
We strive to bring you the best stories from across the country that embody the ideals of the American dream, and we hope that you saw something new and entertaining. Look forward to what's coming in 2020, because we've got some pretty cool stories and big changes on the way. We would like to thank all of our viewers and our sponsors for helping us grow this show. We couldn't do this without your support. I'm your host, Jem Morris, and thank you so much for watching. We'll catch you next year.
The preceding program was sponsored by Ignite Now Media with promotional consideration by its affiliated partners.